Let me ask you about this issue of flight upgrades. I looked through your register. You declared a $15 bottle of wine and a phone charger at one stage, Jason Clare. But you did also declare, and do you really have to declare a 15?
Pineapple, I think.
Okay, all right. But you did also declare an upgrade with Qantas in 2019 on a flight from Sydney to Singapore. Was that personal travel, and how did that happen?
Yeah. Good pick up, mate. That was a personal trip. That was a situation where I had just got out of hospital. I had surgery on my leg, and yep, I asked for an upgrade. I was assisted by Qantas.
So who do you ask in that scenario?
Oh gosh, I remember picking up the phone and asking for a bit of assistance there, but I can't remember all of the details.
Was it a government relations person or?
Yeah, probably. Look, I don't want to mislead you, but I definitely asked for that just to help me after the surgery.
What do you make of this? Just on this, I don't want to labour too much time on this. Was your family on that trip with you? Did they also get an upgrade?
No.
Okay, it was a personal trip. Okay, by yourself. Or were they on another section of the flight? Were they with you?
No, I was meeting. I had to go into hospital. You might remember that I had a sort of melanoma on my leg. I had to get it cut out. My family were overseas, and I caught up with them as soon as I was allowed to.
Sure. Okay. What do you make of this Joe Aston claim that Anthony Albanese got the upgrades from Alan Joyce? Obviously a claim that the Prime Minister disputes.
Yeah, well, he said that that's not right. The bottom line here is declare it. And you've just gone through my declarations. If you get an upgrade or you're given anything else, you declare it. You fill out a form, you whack it on the internet, and it's there for everybody to see.
Why do you think it took the PM so long to shut this issue down? He could have easily come out that first press conference to say, no, I never contacted Alan Joyce about this. I mean, has it been a bad distraction for the government?
Well, look, he's gone out of his way to check and make sure that all of the questions that he answers are correct here, over more than a decade, to do the due diligence that you're supposed to do and make sure that you answer the questions correctly. You just asked me a question I didn't know the answer to. You've got the choice there that you make it up or you check. And that's what Anthony has done. It's a bit of a difference to what Peter Dutton did this week, where, when he was asked whether he'd asked Gina Rinehart to use the private plane, he said no, and then a couple of days later had to say that, in fact, he had.
And finally, Jason Clare, what do you expect to happen in the US election this week? What would a Donald Trump win mean to Australia? Because on things like climate change, the US would be running in a whole separate direction, perhaps on Ukraine as well.
Well, look, this is a decision for the American people. If the polls are right, it's likely to be a very close result. I think, whatever happens, it'd be good if it's a clear result for the United States. Whoever wins, though, it doesn't change the relationship between Australia and the United States. The United States is our closest ally, and that is a matter of bipartisan support. I'm sure Simon will tell you the exact same thing in a couple of minutes' time, whether it's a Labor government or a Liberal government in Australia or a Republican government or a Democratic government in the United States. We are the best of friends and closest of allies, and that will continue.
Education Minister Jason Clare, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, mate.